Compression. What is a compressor pedal? Essentially, all a compressor is doing is controlling your dynamics. If you play too loud, the compressor will lower it, and if you play too quietly, the compressor will raise the volume back up. But the way this subtle effect interacts with your sustain, with the notes you play, or the chords, can actually end up being pretty dramatic. So let me show you a couple settings that I usually use on my compressor pedal. So on this pedal board in front of me, we have a Keeley Compressor Pro. The Keeley has been an industry standard compressor for a while now. It's based on an early Ross compressor, which is also a pretty legendary pedal. This first setting I'm going to show you is just a pretty subtle compression. It's not so much noticeable as it is just an enhancement to what is already there. This is my personal go-to setting on my Keeley compressor, simply because it helps kind of bring out the highs and the clarity in the guitar and makes my notes stand out, especially because I'm not using a guitar pick. So I'll start with the compressor off. Now with the compressor on. This next setting is a go-to setting for me when I'm doing more of a pop session, something that has a lot of rhythm chords or rhythm changes, and I really want this smooth, modern kind of compression that will just sit in a mix nicely and let the note sustain in a way that is really pleasing. I've also just added a little bit of reverb to help add some dimension to this part. First, let's hear it with the pedal off. Now with the pedal on. Lastly, I'd like to show you kind of a more dramatic compression setting. This is commonly used by Mark Knopfler on some of those early Dire Straits records to really get a dramatic compression effect that makes your lead notes really sing, and especially on a Stratocaster will give you a signature sound that's a little different than if the compressor wasn't there. And here's with the compressor off. And now with the compressor on.
If you enjoyed this lesson, check out Pickup Music. We have hundreds of lessons across all styles and from the world's top guitar players. You can start your free 14-day trial today. I'll see you there.